declaring.
Testing.
Testing. Jom.
Announcing the procession of graduating students of July 2020 followed by January 2021 intakes. We request that all students stand during the procession of the teachers and guests. Announcing the procession of the teaching staff of College Yayasan UEM. started now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and good morning I bid to everyone present today. Welcome to the 2022 KYUEM Awards Day. We request that you switch off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode throughout this ceremony. Nobody invited is permitted to take photographs. College has assigned professional photographers for this purpose. We would like to request that you stand during the procession of the guests of honor and special guests. We also request you to stand for the national anthem, Negaraku. Your cooperation is highly appreciated.
With great pleasure, we announce the arrival of our guests of honor, members of the Board of Trustees of Yayasan UEM, members of the Board of Governors of College Yayasan UEM, Chief Executive of YUEM, Chief Executive of KYUEM, and KYUEM Senior Leadership Team. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and good morning. On this auspicious day, I would like to welcome our guests of honor, members of the Board of Trustees of Yayasan UEM, members of the Board of Governors of College Yayasan UEM, Chief Executive of YUEM, Chief Executive of KYUEM, and KYUEM Senior Leadership Team to the annual event of KYUEM, our 2022 Awards Day. In the name of the most gracious and merciful Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we are pleased to invite Ustaz Muhammad Maliki Shafi'i to bless this event with the recital of Dua.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wal'aqibatu lil muttaqin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Wa ala alihi wa ashabi ajma'in. Ya Allah, Ya Kareem, Ya Wadud, we are grateful to you for allowing us to hold this year's awards ceremony. Forgive us for everything that we have done, said or thought. We seek your forgiveness. Ya Allah, continue to bless KYUEM, for we hope to continue to achieve further excellence. Keep us strong so that we may help the weak. Ya Allah, Ya Ghani, Ya Hamid, jadikanlah pelajar-pelajar yang menerima hadiah dan sijil penghargaan pada hari ini sebagai pelajar-pelajar yang bersyukur di atas pengiktirafan ini. Jadikanlah mereka pelajar-pelajar yang akan sentiasa berusaha dengan gigih dan tekun untuk meningkatkan prestasi mereka dalam bidang akademik maupun keterampilan pribadi yang luhur. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, tambahkanlah kepada kami kecintaan kepada kebaikan. Jadikanlah kami, guru-guru kami, pemimpin-pemimpin kami terus beristiqamah, berkhidmat, menabur bakti, membangunkan umat, agama, bangsa dan negara. Ya Allah, Ya Tuhan kami, jadikanlah negara kami sebuah negara yang mendapat limpahan rahmat dan nikmat. Kekalkanlah keamanan dan kemakmuran sepanjang zaman. Ya Allah, jauhilah kami daripada melanggari perintah-Mu. Kurniakanlah kepada kami kesihatan yang berpanjangan, kesejahteraan yang sempurna, fikiran yang waras, minda yang cergas, rezeki yang halal, zuriat dan generasi yang beriman, serta kurniakanlah kepada kami segala kebaikan di dunia dan di akhirat. Allahumma inna nasta'inuka wa nastaghfiruka wa nastahdik wa nu'minu bika wa natawakkalu alaik wa nuthni alaika khaira kullah nashkurka wa la nakfurk. Allahumma iyyaka na'budu wa laka nusalli wa nasjud narju rahmataka wa nakhsha 'adzabak. Allahumma ya dafi'al bala wa ya sami'ad du'a idfa' 'anna hadzal waba'a wal bala'a wal marada wasyada'id. Allahumma ya farijal ham wa ya kashifal gham na'udzu bika minal barasi wal jununi wal juzam wa sayyi'il asqam. Allahumma ja'al jam'ana hadza jam'an marhuma wa tafarruqana min ba'dihi tafarruqan ma'suma wa la taj'al Allahumma fina wa la ma'ana wa la man yatba'una shaqiyan wa la matrudan wa la mahruman. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana wa li ikhwanina allazina sabaquna bil iman wa la taj'al fi qulubina ghillan lil ladzina amanu. Rabbana innaka ra'ufur rahim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina 'adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you, Ustaz Maliki Shafi'i. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome I bid to our guest of honor, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Muhammad Izani Ghani, Managing Director of UEM Group, distinguished members of YUEM Board of Trustees, Yang Berusaha Dr. Nick Ismail Nick Daud, Chairman, KYUEM Board of Governors, and distinguished members of the Board of Governors, Yang Berusaha Puan Aisyah Noor, Chief Executive of YUEM, Yang Berusaha Puan Mazyu Sharina Muhammad Yusof, Chief Executive Officer of KYUEM, Mr. David Paul Vroeg, Principal of KYUEM, Senior Leadership Team of KYUEM, teachers and graduating students of KYUEM. Welcoming you here for today's event is especially meaningful as we honor and acknowledge the achievements of our brilliant students who have made both the college and their parents proud. To begin today's ceremony, I cordially invite Mr. David Paul Vroeg, the principal of KYUEM, to deliver his welcoming speech. Please welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. A very warm welcome to our guest of honor, Dato Muhammad Azani Ghani, Managing Director of UEM Group Berhad, to members of our Board of Trustees, to our Board of Governors, notably to its Chairman, Dr. Nick Ismail Nick Daoud, to Puan Aisha Noor, the Director of Communications and CEO of Yayasan UEM, to Puan Mazyu Sharina Yusuf, the CEO of College Yayasan UEM, the senior leadership team, the teachers and the non-teaching staff of KYUEM in attendance today. A very warm welcome also to the 400 or more of our graduating students' parents attending online from locations throughout Malaysia and maybe further afield. I reserve, however, a special welcome for the students of July 2020 batch 23.0 and January 2021 batch 23.5. It is to honor you that we are gathered here for today, KYUEM Awards Day 2022. Sadly, a number of graduating students are unable to be with us today for personal reasons. They especially are in our thoughts this morning. I have written COVID messages, COVID updates, and pre-recorded COVID speeches, always with the grimly unrealistic determination that each would be the last one, my final word on the subject. Unfortunately, COVID photobombs every photograph. It diffuses into every speech. It is the reason your parents are not with us today, physically present. It is the causative agent of the restrictions that you have faced for 3 semesters for the 23.5s, 4 semesters for the 23.0s. The pandemic has defined your time in the college. Last June, a sizable number of you collectively missed 53 AS level exam papers. I remember it distinctly, June 7 to June 9, Econs, Physics, Chemistry, Paper 1. Quarantined as named contacts and unable to take these papers. This is a situation we were determined to avoid this year. And miraculously we did. Not one paper was missed. But restrictions have limited you primarily academically, but also socially, culturally, and in your leisure time. Some events have survived. The highly successful KY Summit of 2021, the January or February, I forget, Sports Carnival this year. But we've lost Bangsawan, we have lost the cultural performance, and many more events beside. No graduating group of seniors have seen less of their families, their parents, than you have. So the pandemic has certainly demanded your resilience, and we applaud you for this. You have had to fight for your success. The Cambridge exam results of August 2021 were the finest examination results this college has ever seen. They were fractionally bettered by the predicted grades of 2020, which, with some justification, they cannot be compared against. Almost all of you played a role in that success with your AS level results. The further mathematicians amongst you played a role in that success with your full A-level single maths. So I very much congratulate you for this. It is too early to comment as to how many conditional offers will become secured placements. But this year has been our most successful year in respect of conditional offers for the United States. In the last century, there was a tradition at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, whereby a distinguished guest was invited to speak to the graduate class on their awards day. I don't know if that tradition is still upheld, but the speech delivered to the graduating class of 1999 was memorable to the point of achieving cult status over the years that followed. It was a particularly well-crafted speech on lifestyle advice, the value of friendship, the rejuvenating power of sun cream, and the need, ironically, to spend at least 1 year of one's life in California and in New York. The MIT graduates were advised to leave California after a year in case it made them too soft. They were advised to leave New York after a year in case it made them too cynical. This poses a problem for those of us going to University Berkeley, San Diego, or LA, because I guess you'll have to spend 4 years in New York just to toughen you up again. MIT will not be inviting me to give any kind of speech to their graduates. So, as I have a captive audience, if I was to paraphrase an MIT speech, it would look approximately like this. You made life decisions in selecting this college or the scholarship that sent you to this college. Your A-level choices defined your career by defining your degree course. But do not be saddened by what you perceive are the doors that are closed. You have lost nothing. Historians can write music. Engineers can read poetry. The children that we will always be will never stop learning, and they can never be truly defined as to how they make their money. That is so limiting. However, do not glorify your range of learning and your breadth of knowledge at the expense of living in a cultural vacuum. Be true to who you are and don't forget where you came from. You are not destined to become at 50 what you most distrusted at 18. It is better to be alone than to keep bad company. It's okay to talk to yourself. No one knows you as well as you. Enjoy every calorie. You won't meet one that you don't like. Never neglect your parents. The pride they feel today is mixed with sadness and the irony that the sacrifices they have made actually have accelerated your departure to a university possibly on the other side of the world. A lot of influence upon your life will appear to be due to luck. However, it seems the harder you work, the luckier you get. And finally, remain close to your KYUEM friends. The people we befriend in our teens are the people who first get to know us when we become interesting. They are the world's greatest networkers. They study in London and Edinburgh, and they meet up for a weekend in Birmingham. Your husband may run out, your wife may run out, and at some point your money always runs out. But your KYUEM friends never will. I'll close with a message to the parents gathered here online. A huge thank you from all of us to all of you. You entrusted your sons and daughters' education to us, and that is a very special thing to do. The noted Palestinian philosopher and poet Khalil Gibran wrote as follows on the subject of children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for their thoughts are their own. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls live in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot even visit in your dreams. I have no idea where the house of tomorrow is going to be, but I strongly suspect that KYUEM's 2022 graduates will live there well, be of pride to their families and to the college that was fortunate 18 months or 2 years ago to secure their signature. Take heart from your strength, maintain your standards, and stay close to your loved ones. We salute you. Finally, I would now like to introduce our guest of honor for KYUEM's Awards Day 2022. Dato Muhammad Izani Ghani was appointed Executive Director of UEM Group Berhad on the 1st of January 2019 and redesignated as Managing Director on the 1st of August in that year. He has over 29 years of investment and management experience, and prior to joining UEM Group, Dato Izani was the Executive Director of Investments at Khazanah Nasional Berhad, where he oversaw its Turkish regional office. He was formerly Khazanah's Chief Financial Officer, where under his leadership it issued many landmark sukuk transactions, including exchangeable and social impact sukuk. He had also previously served at Putrajaya Holdings Sedan Berhad and Renon Group. Dato Izani currently sits on the board of UEM Group, as well as UEM Group of companies, including UEM Sunrise Berhad, UEM Magenta Berhad, Cement Industries of Malaysia Berhad, Plus Malaysia Berhad, Project Leburaya Usaha Sama Berhad, Plus Expressways International Berhad, UEM Builders Berhad, Consortium ProHawk Sedan Berhad, and Samsung C&T Corporation UEM Construction JV Sedan Berhad. He is also a member of UEM's Board of Trustees, Yayasan UEM's Board of Trustees, I beg your pardon, and a member of College Yayasan UEM Board of Governors. In addition, Dato Muhammad Izani is a board member of the International Center for Education in Islamic Finance and the Institute Jantung Negara Sedan Berhad. Of more germane interest to some of you, though, Dato Muhammad Izani is an alumnus of the London School of Economics, class of '91. He subsequently obtained his professional qualification from the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants and was conferred fellowship in the year 2000. He is a member of the Malaysian Institute of Accountants and the Chartered Institute of Islamic Finance Professionals. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vroeg. Now I would like to invite our guest of honor, Dato Muhammad Izani Ghani, to deliver his speech.
If you don't mind, can I take my mask off for better audio clarity? Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terima kasih, pengacara majlis. Thank you, Dave, for the kind introduction. Yang Berusaha Dr. Nick Ismail Nick Daud, Chairman College Yayasan UEM Board of Governor, Yayasan UEM Board of Trustees, KYUEM Board of Governors, academic personnel, management team and employees of KYUEM, proud parents and sponsors who are watching live via streaming right now, honorable guests, and the most important audience today, the graduating students. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and a very good morning. I'm excited to be here in Lembah Beringin this morning, our first physical awards day since COVID-19 outbreak. Though not perfect because we are here without your parents, but it's better than nothing because we had nothing for the past 2 years. As I get to personally meet with a group of young, accomplished individuals who, despite having to do more outline classes than any other students before this, who had to make do with limited interactions with friends, and who could only participate in minimal co-curricular activities, you persevered and continued to do well in your studies. This is by no means a small feat. The physical and mental toll must have been exhausting, and I fully admire you for your perseverance. Also, I must say, I'm excited to be here in this newly refurbished great hall. I was talking to the colleagues just now. Now with nicely landscaped walkway, an initiative by UM Group to give comfort to all of you here at KYUEM. Since KYUEM's inception in 1998, over 5,200 exceptional students have walked in and out of the gates. Today, I'm looking at another batch of outstanding graduates, a total of 211, 93% of whom receive conditional offers to read at world's top-notch universities, including my old school, LSE. I have no doubt that soon enough, you will join your seniors working at some of the best and renowned institutions, the likes of World Bank, Khazanah, Bank Negara, PNB, Petronas, JP Morgans of the world, Shell, or even be a founding member of a startup that may potentially change the world. For the past 2 years, you have struggled, sacrificed, studied, and dreamed your way here today. Now, A-level is done. Next stop is university. I see bright and eager faces here in this hall. This is exactly the type of look which you should have as you embark on another life journey. I promise you, it will be even more exciting than the one you have experienced here in Lembah Beringin. As for me, I started my tertiary education way back in 1988. For a boy from Pasir Mas, if you know where Pasir Mas is, who for the first time landed in a foreign land and boarded in a boarding school in Warwick for my A-levels, and later went to LSE, I was anxious and scared, yet excited. But most of all, I was determined. For those going to Warwick University, I know from the list here, some of you going to Warwick University in Coventry. Warwick School is next to Warwick Castle at the River Avon in Warwickshire, in case you want to visit the castle. Just like all of you here, I'm sure, a group of us those days in the 80s, when we went to UK, we were determined to do well in our studies and make parents proud. Determined not just to be friends with our fellow Malaysians, but make new local friends to broaden our horizon and experience their culture. Determined to enjoy life, travel, and experience Europe. But most of all, as for me, I was determined to always call my parents once a week. Now, you may wonder why once a week. Because those days, calling Malaysia wasn't cheap. £1 that you put in the slot barely takes you a minute to speak. So now, my appeal to all of you, please call home every day. Hearing your voice and knowing that you are okay is important to your parents. I know that because I'm one of them now. Always, every night, I'm waiting for my kids to call from Melbourne. Whilst at LSE, I made the best of it. I took the opportunity to be part of everything, academic and non-academic. I absorbed new culture, I embraced new perspectives and creative way of thinking. To me, it was never think outside the box, but rather think that there's no box. And it is okay to have disruptive ideas because those are the kind of ideas that will transform industries and economy. To future Londoners here, again, from the list, I see many of you going to LSE, to King's College, UCL. Do take time to do boating at Serpentine Lake, playing frisbees at Hyde Park, playing tennis at Lincoln's Inn Field behind LSE, watching theatres at Covent Garden, or having picnic at Regent's Park. Education is important for our growth, and learning process is endless. To be educated is, of course, not a destination, but rather a continuing journey. Believe me, I'm still learning new things every day, and as the saying goes, the sea of knowledge knows no boundaries. Despite being a certified accountant, I had over the years learned about operations of airports, because I was in charge of airports operation in Istanbul for a couple of years, Islamic banking, healthcare business, and now engineering at UM Group. For our Merdeka 118 project that we are doing now, I now know and understand the use of high-performance concrete, the tower's structural stiffness, and even window distribution. It is also important that we open our mind. Just because something doesn't conform to our way of doing things or existing beliefs does not mean it's bad or not true. The smartest and most successful people that I know are the people who are constantly evolving, always yearning for knowledge. It never ends with schools and universities. We need to constantly seek out different perspectives. Even at home now, I'm constantly learning on new features on my handphone or smart TV from my kids. In your next journey of university life, you will face different kind of challenges. No matter what happens, don't ever be afraid. Swim ahead or you will drown. Face challenges with confidence and remain optimistic, as it would be the armor and engine for you to rise from disappointing events or difficult episodes. Being a son or a daughter and a student, you need to play a juggling act well. Each of you in life is balancing numerous roles and responsibilities. Education, family, your hobbies, your volunteering work, and many other things. It is a juggling act and challenge to keep all the balls in the air and not let any of them drop. It is important to note that all these balls are made from different materials. Some of them are made of rubber, the likes of your favorite bike, your buddies, your position in societies at university. Obviously, you don't want to drop those balls, but if they do drop, they will bounce back. Maybe it's not as high as they were before, but at least they will bounce back. Other things in life, your integrity, your family, and your studies are balls made of glass. You really don't want to drop them because if you do, they will shatter. And if this happens, there's a good chance that you will never put them back together. So please remember this analogy. Integrity is key, and look at what we have in the country now. It's the only thing that we can keep, or rather save from the I would say the issue that we have in the country now. So I hope you will remember that when you come back here to serve and work in Malaysia or elsewhere in the world even. Whilst our graduates look eager and excited, I'm sure parents are feeling proud and happy. Exactly how I felt during my children's graduation last month. Years of upbringing and taking care of our children and of loving them has come to this rewarding day, and hopefully many more to come, inshallah. To the graduating students, your parents' wisdom and love are your guide and strength. They are the reason of your success, just as mine to me. Have a clear view of the future and stay focused on reaching your destination. Stay focused on your studies. Treat every individual with compassion. Live by the values that you set, and never forget where you came from. Your asal usul. Your asal usul is the compass that will make you grounded and lead you home. As happy as you feel today, your parents feel even happier. And when you have days of sadness, your parents feel it more than you do. I advise you to share with them your good times, because you will eventually share with them your bad times too. Celebrate your parents the way they celebrate you all these years. To the parents out there, your children will once again leave the nest, but this time they will go a little further. I know you are anxious and worried, but just as our parents trusted us, trust in them we must. You have given them all the knowledge, advice, and love. They now need to make their own mark and live their own life. By the way, I've reminded them to call you home every day. Before I end my speech, I would like to express a special appreciation and gratitude to all KYUEM teachers and support personnel led by Sharina and Dave. The last 2 years was indeed difficult and demanding. COVID-19 forced us to leave our comfort zone, the way we teach here at Lemah Beringin, the way we operate. But they all persevered, and the result is right here before our eyes. Our students are healthy, safe, and most importantly, successfully completed their studies. Again, congratulations to the graduating students, parents out there, sponsors, teachers, and staff of KYUEM. You all deserve to be celebrated. With that, I thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Datuk Muhammad Izani Ghani. Ladies and gentlemen, today 210 A-level students are saying goodbye to us. 186 students are from the 24-month program. They have completed their studies after spending 2 prolific years with us. Whereas 24 students spent 18 months of their studies in the accelerated program, and they have done their best to shine. especially in their studies, but also in managing a challenging schedule. They have all contributed a great deal to making the college a fascinating place and provided a healthy, competitive academic atmosphere. They have greatly added to the cultural enrichment of this colorful college. We are proud to honor their commitment and hard work by presenting them with certificates of completion. We would like to call upon the principal of KYUEM, Mr. David Paul Brook, accompanied by Puan Kasturi Tilaga, head of the University Relations Division, to present the certificates to the first group of graduating students of July 2020 intake. I now invite Encik Nur Azlan Nordin to read out the names.
Abdul Rahman Nurgani, Private, University of Manchester, Accounting and Finance. Abdul Razak Han Rustom Ali Han, Yayasan Hazana, King's College London, Mathematics. Abirami Gunalan, Private, University of Warwick, Philosophy, Politics and Economics. Adina Hasanah Amran, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University College London, Economics and Statistics. Adiba Muhammad Azman, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University College London, Economics. Adlina Balkis Amirul Hakim Tam, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Biological Sciences. Afiq Hakimi Suhaidi, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University of Manchester, Politics, Philosophy and Economics. Ahmad Adam Muhammad Adan, Petronas, Imperial College London, Chemical Engineering. Ahmad Atif Haikal Ahmad Mokhtar, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University of Nottingham, Computer Science with Artificial Intelligence. Ahmad Mirza Khairul Anwar, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Bristol, Mathematics. Ahmad Mulhim Akmal Azim, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University of California, San Diego, Economics. Ahmad Uzair Hezri, Petronas, University of Manchester, Mechanical Engineering. Aidan Azmi Al-Azmi, Private, University College London, Mechanical Engineering. Aiman Abdul Rahman, Private, University College London, Civil Engineering. Aisyah Faizal, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Material Science and Engineering. Aisyah Sofi, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Manchester, Mathematics. Akhilesh Pillai, Private, University of Sheffield, Law. Akshel Rama Sengkodan, Private, London School of Economics. Alia Sarah Muhammad Zaki, Private, University of Warwick, Accounting and Finance. Alison Lee Yok San, Private, University College London, Pharmacy. Amira Arfa Abdullah, Private, University of Toronto, Life Sciences. Amir Muklis Abdul Malik, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, Queen Mary University of London, Law. Amira Sofia Muhammad Azlan, Private, Bachelor of Commerce. Angelina Goh Chia Eun, Private, University of Warwick, Economics. Azad Azrai, Private, University of Manchester, Management. Thank you, Mr. Brooks. To continue with our certificate presentation, we would like to call upon Yang Berusaha Puan Mazyu Serina Muhammad Yusof, accompanied by Mr. Chap Karwai, Head of Business Development and Marketing Division, to present the certificate to the next group of students. I would like to invite Puan Azura Ibrahim to read out the names.
Cahaya Amir Hamzah, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Manchester, Mathematics. Calvin Kok Min Eng, Private, University of Birmingham, Computer Science. Chua Shang Hang, Yayasan Tenaga Nasional, London School of Economics, Data Science. Daniel Andre, Private, University of Bristol, Accounting and Finance. Daniel Teng Huyan, Private, University of Manchester, Law with Politics. Danin Devin Arun, Private, University of Nottingham, Law. Danish Irfan Iskandar, Private, University College London, Civil Engineering. Dina Marisa Mazlan Zain Azhari, Private, University of Manchester, Accounting and Finance. Elizabeth Liu Ziyuan, Private, Mahsa University, Dentistry. Fatin Suhaila Muhammad Nazalan, Private, University College London, Civil Engineering. Faris Afif Abdul Fadis, Yayasan Khazanah, Tsinghua University, Power and Energy. Farah Christina Muhammad Nasir, Private, University of Manchester, Mechanical Engineering. Faris Danish Shahril Akmal, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University of California, San Diego, Computer Engineering. Gan Zi Liang, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Earth and Planetary Science. Hanin Sofia Muhammad Amri, Private, Imperial College London, Computing, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. Hasha Atia Khairuddin, Yayasan Khazanah, Stanford University, Sociology. Thank you, Puan Sherina. We shall move on to the next group of students. We would like to invite Datuk Dr. Rosti Saruwano, accompanied by Mr. Azman Zainal Abidin, Head of the Academic Division, to present the certificates to the students. We wish to invite Puan Nur Zahan Bukhari to read out the names.
Hekals Muhammad Sufian, Private, Medicine. Herman Leong Jing Yang, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Harvard University, Molecular and Cellular Biology. Ho Wei En Regine, Private, King's College London, Nutritional Sciences. Huzaifah Omar, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University College London, Economics. Iman Haris Idham, Private, St. Hilda's College, Oxford, Mathematics. Intan Nur Izzah Zainal Abidin, Petronas, University of Manchester, Accounting and Finance. Ismail Hamid, Yayasan Sam Darby, London School of Economics, Actuarial Science. Izrin Nazli, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University College London, Chemical Engineering. Izzat Azizi Khairul Saleh, Private, City University of London, Accounting and Finance. J.S. Chern, Petronas, Imperial College London, Chemical Engineering. Xavier Junior Simpson E, Private, London School of Economics, Law. Joanne Xiao Sing J, Private, Imperial College London, Civil Engineering. Joshua Po E Keng, Private, London School of Economics, Accounting and Finance. Kamir Sirhan Shakir, Private, University of Nottingham, Electronic and Computer Engineering. Camelia Arifianti, Private, King's College London, Computer Science. Kelvin Ngu Zu Hao, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Trinity College, Oxford, Material Science. Kishan Nantakumar, Private, Keele University, Medicine. Khaira Iman Kabir Shubash Bhatia, Private, University of Bristol, Law. Lam Yong Zuen, Private, University of Warwick, Economics. Lily Awing Paul, Yayasan Kazana, Columbia University, Electrical Engineering. Lim Chi Shan, Private, Newnham College, Cambridge, Engineering. Lim Richard, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Earth and Planetary Science. Lim Yi Chi, Private, University of Birmingham, Physiotherapy. Thank you, Datuk Dr. Rosti. To present the certificates for the next group of students, we would like to call upon Yang Berusaha Puan Mazyu Sherina Muhammad Yusof, accompanied by Mr. Fauzi Marzuki, Head of the Student Services Division. We would like to invite Ms. Nurhayati Zainuddin to read out the names.
Lu Kai Kian, Yayasan UEM, University of Southampton, Mechanical Engineering with Acoustical Engineering. Mahmud Burhanuddin, Permodalan National Berhad, King's College London, Computer Science. Nisha Nuralisa Muhammad Lokman, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, London School of Economics, Economics. Muhammad Haziq Muhammad Asri, Yayasan UEM, University of Southampton, Mechanical Engineering with Sustainable Energy System. Muhammad Shufri Suhaidi, Pemodalan National Berhad, London School of Economics, Accounting and Finance. Muhammad Zuhair Ahmad Hakimi, Private, University of Glasgow, Computing Science. Muhammad Aiman Hazim Rosli, Private, University of Liverpool, Accounting and Finance. Muhammad Amir Ikhwan Saifulizan, Private, University of Manchester, Civil Engineering. Muhammad Amir Rafiuddin, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Cornell University, Computer Science. Muhammad Amirul Hakim Kamal Bahrain, Permodalan National Berhad, University College London, Chemistry. Muhammad Arif Jaslan Johan, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Mathematics. Muhammad Daniel Haikal Muhammad Noor, Permodalan National Berhad, London School of Economics, Finance. Muhammad Faiz Shafi'i Zubair, Yayasan Khazanah, London School of Economics, Actuarial Science. Muhammad Faiz Shahmi Zaini, Permodalan National Berhad, University of Manchester, Computer Science, Human-Computer Interaction. Muhammad Farid Azril Khairil Azmin, Private, King's College London, Electronic Engineering. Muhammad Hakim Hamaluddin, Private, University of Exeter, Accounting and Finance. Muhammad Hazim Aishul Korni, Yayasan Khazanah, Johns Hopkins University, Computer Engineering. Muhammad Iqmal Hakim Muhammad Hanafi, Yayasan Saim Darby, University of Manchester, Accounting and Finance. Muhammad Imran Azhar, Private, University of Edinburgh, Biological Sciences, Biotechnology. Muhammad Lokman Muhammad Nawar, Yayasan Khazanah, London School of Economics, Politics and Economics. Muhammad Nazif Ahmad Badri, Permodalan National Berhad, University of Warwick, Accounting and Finance. Muiz Zafri Mustamir, Shell, University of California, Berkeley, Economics. Natanya Lo Pei Yuan, Petronas, University of Warwick, Accounting and Finance. Natasha Noralia Razak, Yayasan Saim Darby, Imperial College London, Earth and Planetary Science. Okay, thank you, Puan Sharina. Now, I would like to invite Datuk Richard E.W. Small, accompanied by Puan Haslinda Zambi, Head of Finance Division, to present the certificates to the next group of students. We wish to call upon Encik Azlan to read out the names.
Nur Emilia Muhammad Yadi, Yayasan Khazanah, University College London, Electronic and Electrical Engineering. Nur Atif Han, Nur Aslam Han, Private, Imperial College London, Chemical Engineering. Nur Shahir Farhan, Nur Faizul, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, Durham University, Computer Science. Nur Adib Zafri, Nur Aziz, Yayasan Khazanah, University of California, Berkeley, Economics. Nur Aisyah Muhammad, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Manchester, Aerospace Engineering. Nur Idilia Fitriyah Ilmi, Private, University of Leeds, Accounting and Finance. Nur Huda Adilah Mak Rizwan, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Warwick, Economics. Nur Iman Muhammad Zafir, Private, Queen Mary University of London, Law. Nur Najah Najihah Muhammad Azizi, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University College London, Biological Sciences. Nur Syahirah Zulkifli, Petronas, University of Manchester, Accounting. Nurul Adlina Samsul Kamal, Yayasan Tenaga Nasional, University College London, Data Science. Nurul Akilah Alipudin, Private, University of Bristol, Economics. Nurul Fazlin Marwan, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, London School of Economics, Mathematics, Statistics and Business. Nurul Firzanah Omar, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, King's College London, Neuroscience. Ong Jiazi, Private, University College London, Pharmacy. Priya Tiruventiran, Private, Medicine. Rina Roshini Sivanandan, Yayasan Samdabi, University College London, Civil Engineering. Safia Husna Muhammad Rom, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University of Warwick, Philosophy, Politics and Economics. Siti Aisyah Muhammad Ahir, Petronas, University of Birmingham, Accounting and Finance. Sonia Yasoda Baskaran Apakuti, Shell, University of California, Berkeley, Mechanical Engineering. Tan Jia Jun, Private, Mechanical Engineering. Tan Jun Yuan Damian, Private, University of Manchester, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Thank you, Dato' Richard. Now we would like to invite Dr. Nate Ismail Nate Daud, accompanied by Puan Christina Wati, Head of Human Resource Division, to present the certificate to the final group of students. We wish to invite to Puan Azura to read out the name.
Tan Jun Wan Damien, Private, University of Manchester, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Vasha Arivanandan, Yayasan Kazana, University College London, Mathematical Computation. Wan Haja Wan Abdul Halim, Private, University College London, Pharmacy. Wan Iqbal, Wan Rawi, Wan Nick, Petronas, Imperial College London, Chemical Engineering. Yong Shan Jin, Yayasan Sabah, Medicine. Nurul Felina Zaidi, Private, University of Manchester, Chemical Engineering. Ruben Sek Hao Wen, Private, University of Exeter, Law. Shavindra Nair, M.V. Sri Kumar Nair, Private, Medicine. To Yi Fang, Private, Imperial College London, Material Science and Engineering. Trisha Siva Selvan, Private, Trinity College Dublin, Medicine. Visalan Ravintiran, Private, University of Birmingham, Artificial Intelligence and Computer Science. Thank you, Dr. Nick Ismail. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now announce the names of the graduating students who are unable to join us today due to personal reasons. Aina Shaza Hashini, Penmodalan Nasional Berhad, University of Manchester, Economics. Ira Azrina Azri, Private, University of Warwick, Psychology. Amira Maisara Abdullah, Private, University of Warwick, Philosophy, Politics and Economics. Amma Al-Morisi Abdul Hamid, Private, King's College London, Biomedical Science. Ananda Ng Chingwen, Private, Philosophy and Theology. Angeline Tan Siu Yin, Private, London School of Economics, Economics. Anthony Chin Ken Feng, Yayasan Sabah, University of Southampton, Malaysia, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Arun Kumar Morganan, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University College London, Neuroscience. Ashwinder Singh Hajinder Singh, Private, International Medical University Malaysia, Medicine. Caleb Liao Zi Hong Shell, Imperial College London, Chemical Engineering. Charisma Mikala Wong, Yayasan Khazanah, Harvard University, Economics, Government or Sociology. Chan Zhen Ying, Private, King's College London, Biomedical Science. Charlene Cha Zerning, Private, London School of Economics, Actuarial Science. Chia Yi-wen, Private, University of Leeds, Economics and Finance. Chen Ying-yan, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Physics. Chang Rui-ki, Private, Magdalen College, Cambridge, Chemical Engineering. Choi Wei-chuan, Private, University of Liverpool, Psychotherapy. Claire Chin Yu Lee, Private, University of Bristol, Law. Danish Irfan Nan-Yusri, Private, University College London, Civil Engineering. Darwish Mokhtar Petronas, University College London, Mechanical Engineering. Emmeline Yong Wen Ki, Private, New College, Oxford, Economics and Management. Ng Chi Wen, Private, University of Edinburgh, Electronics, Electrical Engineering. Faith Fernandez, Pramodala National Berhad, King's College London, Accounting and Finance. Farah Irina Muhammad Khairi Ang, Petronas, London School of Economics, Accounting and Finance. Buha Mutu Kanan, Private, Civil Engineering. Hanis Kaisara Khairul Sufyan, Private, University of Bath, Management. Harissa Rohaya Hamza, Private, City University of London, Accounting and Finance. Inas Zulaika Anwar Shahrin, Private, University of California, Berkeley, Computer Science. Irman Daniel Ihta, Private, University of Kent, Data Science. Kalisa Lua Me Lua Kiong Tat, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Edinburgh, Mathematics. Larissa Lim Jia Lee, Private, Medicine. Laura Alania Alfian, Private, King's College London, Geography. Li Jing, Private, University of Bath, Mathematics. Li Jing Yao, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Queen's College, Oxford, Material Science. Liang Zi Yi, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Biological Sciences. Lim Hui Eng, Private, Food Science. Lin Huai Zun, Private, Imperial College London, Chemistry with Medicinal Chemistry. Ling Jia Lui, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Warwick, Mathematics. Mariam Safia Widat Muhammad Azmi, Shell, Imperial College London, Electrical and Electronic Engineering with Management. Muhammad Mahadi Machamud, Yayasan Khazanah, King's College London, Mathematics. Muhammad Farhan Brian Khan Faisal, Yayasan Saim Dhabi, University of Manchester, Mechanical Engineering. Muhammad Hafiz Abdul Razak, Pramodala National Berhad, London School of Economics, Finance. Muhammad Irshad Ibrahim Adam, Private, University of Manchester, Economics and Finance. Muhammad Lukman Daniel Zaid, Pramodala National Berhad, University College London, Economics. Muhammad Muaz Hanafi Abdul Rahim, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Material Science and Engineering. Na Ru Yang, Private, University of Dundee, Medicine. Nasrin Ira Nasution, Private, King's College London, Law. Naili Shahira Muhammad Shahriman, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Manchester, Material Science and Engineering. Ng Jun Yuan, Private, University of Melbourne, Bachelor of Biomedicine. Nik Aisyah Zainab Nik Abdullah Shukri, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, London School of Economics, Najwal JC Soluku, Shell, University of California, Berkeley, Civil Engineering. Nur Jalal Ikram Muhammad Nur, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, University of California, Los Angeles, Computer Science. Nur Aisyah Muhammad Rizal, Permodalan Nasional Berhad, Queen Mary, University of London, Law. Nurin Kamilia Muhammad Nafis, Yayasan UEM, Monash University, Software Engineering. Nurul Huda Khairul Anwar, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Manchester, Aerospace Engineering. Huai Zhen Chi, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Mansfield College, Oxford, Material Science. Putri Hannah Yasmin Amran, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Pennsylvania, Economics. Saiful Azhar Muhammad Razin, Shell, Princeton University, Chemical Engineering. Sim Dong Hao, Shell, University College London, Mechanical Engineering. Siti Umairah Muhammad Jakfar, Private, University of Manchester, Mechatronic Engineering. Tan Jia Zuan, Private, Imperial College London, Biochemistry. Tan Ya An, Private, University of Warwick, Economics. Tay Wei Jun, Private, Imperial College London, Material Science and Engineering. Tay Ze Yi, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, Imperial College London, Chemistry. Tarishini Sundarajan, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, University of Manchester, Economics. Tian Zia Wei, Private, London School of Economics, Tihani Muhammad Sofian, Private, London School of Economics, Finance. Ng Shu Jane, Private, University College London, Biochemistry. Wesley Junior Villos, Yayasan Saim Darby, University College London, Civil Engineering. Yo Han Yi, Private, Architecture. Yong Xuet Yen, Private, King's College London, Law. Zhou Tan Ying Ji, Private, Imperial College London, Mechanical Engineering. Aaron Tan Jia Hao, Private, University of Birmingham, Law with Business Studies. Arish Balashankar, Private, University of Manchester, Biochemistry. Chan Kai, Private, Medicine. Emily Tu Yin Zi, Private, Biochemistry. Dan Jia Chi, University of British Columbia, Computer Science. Izzat Zulkarnain Zaidin, Private, Accounting and Finance. Ki Jo An, Private, Medicine. Loh Yi En, Royal College Surgeon in Ireland and University College Dublin, Malaysia Campus, Medicine. Loh Yi Tian, Private, University of Warwick, Economics. Loh Yi Zin, Private, Dentistry. Muhammad Amma Nasrin Nuridwa, Private, Cardiff University, Architecture. Pang K. Lin, Private, University of Warwick, Accounting and Finance. Sam Hin Ji, Private, University of Leeds, Computer Science with Artificial Intelligence. Sylvia Gan Xiao Wei, Private, Accounting and Finance. Tan Xiao Jun, Private, Imperial College London, Medical Bioscience. Tan Xing Josh, Private, University of Hong Kong, Engineering. Wang Jia En, Private, University College London, Pharmacy. And Yusra Nasrin Nuridua, Private, Imperial College London, Medical Biosciences.
Our next award is an appreciation to members of the Student Council 2021-2022. The college would like to honor the outgoing members of the Student Council who have led and organized many memorable functions and events, enriching the lives of students and staff on campus. Their contributions will augment the cultural experience of the college for a long time to come. We would like to call upon Mr. David Brooke, accompanied by Mr. Fauzi, to present the tokens of appreciation to 15 members of the Student Council 2021-2022. President Muhammad Lukman Muhammad Nawar. Male Vice President Saiful Azhar Muhammad Razin. Unfortunately, he is not able to attend today's ceremony. Female Vice President Adiba Muhammad Azman. Secretary Abdul Razak Khan Rustum Ali Khan. Treasurer Lo Yi Tian. She is also not able to attend this ceremony. Male Academic Exco Muhammad Arif Jazlan Johan. Female Academic Exco Kalisa Lua Mei. She is also not able to attend today's ceremony. Food Exco Nurul Pelina Zaidi. Male Religious Exco Muhammad Haziq Muhammad Asri. Female Religious Exco Nur Naja Najiha Muhammad Azizi. Male Student Welfare Exco Arun Kumar Moganan. He is also not able to attend today's ceremony. Female Student Welfare Exco Nur Shahira Zulkafli. Male Sports Exco Afiq Hakimi Suhaidi. Female Sports Exco, Joanne Xiao Sing Je. And last but not least, Special Task Exco, Muhammad Shufri Suhaidi. Thank you, Mr. Brooke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the college would now like to honor the outstanding students who have performed exceptionally well in individual subjects. With great pleasure, I call upon Dr. Nick Ismail Nick Daud, accompanied by Mr. David Broke, to give away the subject prizes. Accounting, Natania Lo Pei Yuan, Petronas. Biology, Herman Leong Zin Yang, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam. Chemistry, Tan Jia Zuan. Unfortunately, this student is not able to be with us today. Economics, Lo Yi Tian, also not with us today. English Literature, Muhammad Faiz Shafi'i Zubair, Yayasan Khazanah. English IELTS, Nasrin Ira binti Nasution. She's also not with us today. Further Mathematics, Muhammad Arif Jaslan Johan, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam. Geography, Tan Ya An, she's also not with us today. History, Khaira Iman Kabir Subashbatia, private. Marine Science, Adlina Balkis Amirul Hakim Tam, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam. Mathematics, Liang Ziyi, she's also not with us today. And last but not least, Physics, Muhammad Amir Rafiuddin, Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam. Thank you, Dr. Nick Ismail.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the most anticipated part of our ceremony, the presentation of the 7 special awards. These 7 awards are Co-curricular Award for Male, Co-curricular Award for Female, Best Progress Award, Academic Excellence Award for Arts, Academic Excellence Award for Mathematics, Academic Excellence Award for Sciences, and Scholar of the Year Award. We would start off with the Co-curricular Awards. The Co-curricular Awards are granted to 2 outstanding students, one from the male category and one from the female category. These students have been heavily involved and efficiently organized sports and club activities throughout their stay here. These are 2 extremely able students since they were also chosen on the basis of credible academic grades. The Best Progress Award is an acknowledgement to a student who shows an impressive overall improvement in academic standards over their time at KYUEM. It also reflects the students' improved contribution in a wide variety of activities. We wish to call upon Puan Kasturi Tilaga to read the citations of the winning female and male students of the Co-curricular Award and the recipient of the Best Progress Award. Please welcome.
Sports and Co-curricular Award, male category. This award recognizes a graduating senior who has made a significant contribution to the KYUEM community through sports and co-curricular activities whilst maintaining outstanding academic achievement. Out of many truly remarkable and dedicated seniors, one stood out for his exceptional impact on the lives of KY community. As the Welfare Exco of Garnet House, he played a pivotal role in numerous fundraising efforts. He was also the event director for the basic Malaysian Sign Language seminar. As a sportsman, he took part in basketball, rugby, and football during Sports Carnival. In his role as the Special Task Exco for the college's Student Council, he coordinated transportation to and from the college for vaccinations, visa renewals, and external exams. This student received a conditional offer to read Accounting and Finance at the London School of Economics and Political Science. I am confident that he will continue to contribute positively to the undergraduate community at LSE, just as he has done here at KYUEM. Without further ado, the Sports and Co-curricular Award male category goes to Muhammad Shufri bin Suhaidi. Sports and Co-curricular Award female category. The recipient of this award is a born leader. As the organizing chairperson of KYUEM Summit, she led a committee of 24 members to organize a fully student-led online conference held over 2 days with 6 panel discussions. She also served as the president of the college's female swimming club, entertainment exco of the Sapphire House, and captain of the rugby club. I could go on to list her many other leadership roles throughout her time at KY, but we'd be here for quite a while. This outstanding young woman is a hallmark of grace, humility, and quiet confidence. I was not surprised at all when I'd heard that she received a conditional offer from the University of Pennsylvania to read economics. I am confident that she will continue to scale greater heights at UPenn and beyond. Without further ado, the Sports and Co-curricular Award female category goes to Putri Hana Yasmin binti Amran. The next award, the Best Progress Award, recognizes a graduating senior who's made a significant improvement throughout their time at the college. The beneficiary of this award stood out for the great strides she has made in improving academically. Her performance during her A2 years indicate an exponential improvement from that of her AS year, particularly in English literature and economics. Through sheer determination and hard work, she has excelled in both subjects since. Outside of classroom, she served as the secretary of the economics club. She was involved in a great deal of sports carnival events, participated as an ambassador in netball competitions, in Malay Cultural Club, chess club activities, KYUEM peer support group, and in an online CPR course, just to name a few. She received a motivation award here during July-December 2021 semester for the subject of accounting, and a nomination for the same subject for today's awards day. Having received a conditional offer from the University of Manchester to read accounting, I am sure she will continue to shine at university. Without further ado, the Best Progress Award 2022 goes to Nur Shahira binti Zulkafli.
Thank you, Puan Kasturi. Ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Excellence Awards for Arts, Mathematics, and Sciences go to 3 deserving students who have maintained outstanding and consistent academic records in arts, mathematics, and science-based subjects, respectively. I wish to call upon Encik Azman Zainal Abidin to read the students' citations. Please welcome.
Academic Excellence Award, Arts 2022. This year's recipient is an outstanding person who hopes to study at the University of Warwick to read accounting and finance. Before she arrives in KYUEM, she completed her secondary school in SMK Jalan Arang. This is an all-rounder of some ability, a treasurer in table tennis club, participated in KYUEM Summit, an EXCO member in the House of a Sapphire. She also has competed in Science and Maths Carnival, balancing other time-consuming and demanding commitments in Christian Fellowship Club, KYUEM Business Society, and KY Young Entrepreneur Society, to name a few. She enjoys swimming and table tennis to add up to her CV. Additionally, she won Motivation Award for Mathematics in the semester of July to November 2021, and currently she is an award recipient for the subject of accounting. Soon, she will follow the footsteps of her father, as he is a financial consultant in Sarawak. The Academic Excellence Award in Arts for 2022 goes to a Petronas scholar with an ID number 9101, Natania Lo Pei Yuan. Academic Excellence Award, Mathematics 2022. This year's recipient is a dynamic and energetic student from the House of Garnet, who is polite and down-to-earth in his disposition. According to his teachers, he produced work of extraordinary quality and admirable grades throughout his 4 semesters. A well-balanced student who accomplished great extracurricular activities, supporting and motivating other students in peer tutoring program, and participated in Kijang economic competition. He contributed to organizing Science and Maths Carnival as a volunteer, an ambassador, and an event exco. He received nominations for further maths and economics, but won physics for this year's awards day. Enthusiastic in swimming and tennis, this friendly student aspires to pursue computer science after A-level. This year's Academic Excellence Award in Mathematics goes to a JPA scholar with an ID number 9096, Muhammad Amir bin Rafiuddin. He has received a conditional offer from Cornell University in the state of New York, USA. Congratulations. Academic Excellence Award, Science 2022. From a humble family background, he received his secondary level education in Butterworth. This ambitious scientist-to-be intends to pursue his career in life science field. Staff of KYUEM commented that this student is friendly, approachable, helpful, inquisitive, and people enjoy his company. A straight A student in all 4 A-level subjects throughout his studies, he also had received 1 subject award today. It is a well-known fact that recipients of KYUEM academic awards are not based entirely on studies alone. He took part in chess championship, being a president of chess club on campus, and participated IMU Virtual Science Discovery Challenge. He has spent valuable hours as an event co-director for Science and Maths Carnival. He enjoys swimming and music during his spare time. The Academic Excellence Award for Science goes to a JPA student from the House of Garnet, ID number 9076, who has conditional offer to continue his studies in molecular and cellular biology at Harvard University, USA, Herman Leong Zin Yang.
Thank you, Encik Azman. The Scholar of the Year Award is a recognition given by the college to the student who has contributed widely to extracurricular activities, has modest personality, and also performed well academically in all semesters at KYUEM. A true all-rounder. We wish to call upon Mr. David Brook to read the student's citation.
Scholar of the Year 2022. The recipient for the award of Scholar of the Year 2022 has received a nomination for the History Prize for Awards Day, won a Motivation Award for History, July to November 2021, and is a current recipient of one of the subject prizes today. His academic achievement is commendable, and he has managed to meet rigorous academic demands and balance a number of time-consuming extracurricular activities with them. The Scholar of the Year must also represent the holistic ideals of KYUEM by taking part in a variety of sports, social, and cultural activities. Our candidate has held several posts, namely as a secretary to the Computer Club, an Event Exco member during the Sports Carnival, an event co-director in Awakening the Ummah from Slumber, and an event secretary for the Science and Maths Carnival. He is an academic exco for the Student Council, organizing the peer tutoring program to assist other students on campus. He is a very dependable person, always willing to help others, and he stands firmly by his principles. I truly believe him to be an excellent recipient of this award. The Scholar of the Year for 2022 goes to a student from the House of Garnet under the sponsorship of JPA with an ID number of 9097. He will be studying mathematics at Imperial College, London. He is Mohammed Arif Jazlan bin Johan.
Thank you, Mr. Brook. Congratulations to all 7 major award recipients. Now the ceremony has great pleasure in calling upon our guest of honor, Datuk Muhammad Izani Ghani, to give away the awards to 7 truly deserving recipients, accompanied by Dr. Nick Ismail Nick Daud. The Female Sports and Co-curricular Award goes to Putri Hana Yasmin Amran. Unfortunately, she cannot be with us today. The Male Sports and Co-curricular Award goes to Muhammad Shufri Suhaidi. The recipient of the Best Progress Award is Nur Shahira Zulkafli. The recipient of the Academic Excellence Award for Arts is Natanya Lo Pei Yuen. The recipient of the Academic Excellence Award for Mathematics is Muhammad Amir Rafiuddin. The recipient of the Academic Excellence Award for Science is Herman Leon Zin Yang. And finally, the Scholar of the Year for 2022 goes to Muhammad Arif Jaslan Johan. Thank you, Dato' Izani. The management of KYUEM would now like to invite Yang Berusaha Dr. Nick Ismail, accompanied by Puan Sherina, to present a token of our appreciation to the guest of honor. Thank you, Dato' Izani and Dr. Nick. Now, we will listen to a speech by a representative of the graduating students, the president of the 2021-2022 Student Council. We welcome Muhammad Lokman Muhammad Nawar to the rostrum.
I'll be opening my mask too. Yeah, hope everyone doesn't mind. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. First of all, a bit to the guests of honor, beloved teachers and staff, parents who are watching online, and my celebrated batchmates today. It's so nice to see all the masked, vibrant smiles from my batchmates today. As I'm walking up stage, I feel this overwhelming sense of love and warmth emanating from the batch that I don't really know how to describe from up here, but it's something that I truly feel. So for addressing the whole batch of 23.0 and 23.5 today. Thank you for the opportunity. I have a direct speech prepared today, but early on, the Scholar of the Year challenged me to start off my speech with a story, or not he will get bored and probably not listen to my speech. So I will attempt to try and weave a story with my speech that I've prepared, impromptu. So a few years ago, my dad walked into my house and he told us that he will be bringing the whole family to a vacation in Australia. Being an excited teenager, I was excited and prepared for the trip. But he didn't tell us where exactly he would go. But I would expect the common popular travel locations like Sydney, Gold Coast, Perth, somewhere, one of those cities. But turns out, he ended up bringing the family to a town in Western Australia called Katanning. And Katanning was far from what I expected an Australian trip to be. There were no water parks, no roller coaster rides. It was far from any of the popular cities in Australia, with a population of just 3,000. So obviously at first I was bummed that I didn't get to live the Australian experience of water slides and roller coasters. But what I had at Katanning was much more memorable than that. There were, of course, no roller coasters, but there was there were many fruit farms in Katanning, juicy steaks prepared by the Muslim owners that we lived with in Katanning, and such a very enjoyable atmosphere that I can find around Katanning as I've spent a week there. So ultimately my time at Katanning ended and I had to go back, but what I felt when I first came to Australia was far different from what I felt when I left. So hold on to the story, I'll come back to it. So to my dear batchmates, honestly, who would have thought that we survived 2 years in this college? Recall back to the first time you stepped foot here. The first time I stepped foot here was with two of my close friends, Hazim and Adib. We were here for a Topaz house quiz. And when we stepped, I still remember, wow, this is KY. That was my initial reaction. I don't know how all of your reactions are, but regardless whether your expectations were met, undermined, or overshot, we all had the similarity of having to make this place feel like home for the next 2 years. We didn't have a choice. And as we began our journey here, no amount of words can describe exactly what we went through, courtesy of the coronavirus. From July to December 2020 was fully online, and when we thought the following semester had any semblance of normalcy, we were once again confined to our villas. And even after that, unfortunately, June 2021 up to now, June 2022, it was a mix of both. There were some physical classes, a lot of packed dining hall food, and cancelled sports and cultural events. But to address my batch, and what I love most about this batch is our resilience to overcome whatever was thrown at us. Our lives were admittedly different from any student in KY pre-COVID, but I didn't feel like it was personally a setback for our batch. I feel like the friends we made were just as abundant, the memories just as memorable, and the experiences and bonds just as strong. The last two presidents have talked about COVID and its impacts towards society, but today I am proud to move away from that theme and celebrate what our batch has achieved beyond just COVID limiting us. Today is the day which marks our triumph and success in this phase of life. The countless hours that we have spent studying and making sacrifices, seen or unseen, has led to this joyous moment where we are finally A-level graduates. But beyond our academic successes, what I would like to stress is our personal growth as human beings. Living away from home was not an easy feat. Some of you are doing it for the first time, as we can obviously see from the conditions of some villas, like my old villa, D2GF. I can only imagine that with living away from home and paired with the various academic and co-curricular responsibilities, we have grown as better leaders as we have better scholars as well. Despite the constant stress KY puts us in, we have managed to find ways to embellish our time here with well-handled events like Sports Carnival, Samurai Week, end of sem concert, Lanternite. I could go on and on, but these past few days have honestly been the happiest days of my life in KY. On the normal days where I don't have any of these events, I find comfort with my badminton and futsal buddies. You know who you are. I'm sure everybody has their own choice of spending time when you don't have these events or when we're not studying from the range of activities that you can find in KY. Even though I have a visible bruise given by Atif Khan on the futsal court, I still find it encouraging for me to tell everyone to keep the friends that you make here closely, because these are going to be lifelong companions that we will remain close to us. And we are bound to cross paths with them again in the future. If not at university, maybe somewhere in the corporate or scientific world, or just anywhere in the future. If I'm permitted to share some advice, J.K. Rowling has this incredible philosophy on failure, which she delivered in a Harvard commencement speech. And I choose to talk about failure today on the day we're supposed to commemorate success, because I feel that everyone will inevitably encounter a form of failure sometime throughout their life. I know I personally have. And I'm not afraid to admit that I have failed, because when I talk about failure, I mean embracing the whole spectrum of failure, from the small mistakes that you make in your daily life to the flaws that you think you have and can be fixed, or in true KY fashion, a perfect student encountering his first imperfection. Maybe you have faced some failures in KY, maybe you haven't, but nonetheless, the road ahead will be full of challenges, each one tempting you to take the fall, and one of these days you will. And here, your attitude towards failure is crucial. I quote Rowling, "Failure means stripping away of the inessential. It meant to stop pretending to be someone else and focus on the things that matter." Like Dato' Izani mentioned, be true to yourself. That's what we really need in this world. Failure is not fun, but it is also something that you should not fear. Failure teaches you more about yourself than any classroom ever could. Hence, I urge all of you today to embrace your failures just as much as you embrace your successes, and use them as opportunities to become better versions of yourself. On behalf of the batch, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to everyone who made our collective success possible. To the teachers and members of the academic staff, thank you so much for your unconditional love and dedication in pouring your wisdom onto us. To the management, thank you for your patience and persistence in dealing with our requests, qualms, and problems. And to the staff, thank you so much for making KY feel like a second home to me and all of us. Hundreds of students have left KY and become successful people because of all of you. And today it is the turn of batch 23.0 and 23.5 to say thank you and goodbye. And finally, to our parents who might not be here physically but will always be in our hearts, thank you for the continuous support which fuels our spirit to study here. It wouldn't have been possible without you. If you're watching this, I love you, Mama and Papa. Coming back to my Kataning story, and how I plan to tie this all back into the final speech, is that much like my actual trip to Kataning, I feel like our KY life is a representation, another interpretation of that Kataning trip. That we come here not knowing what to expect, and some of us might have seen our expectations being met or changed as we've spent our time here. But ultimately, even though the steak served in the KY dining hall might not be as juicy as the one I've tasted in Kataning, ultimately the experience that we have learned here reflects the one I've had in Kataning. It is the same feeling. It is the same moment of us leaving with more than initially what we came here. As a final note to my beloved batchmates, I want all of you to be proud. Be proud of what you have achieved and be proud of how far you've come. From the bottom of my heart, all of you are genuinely amazing individuals, and I cannot wait to see where you guys are and where life takes you, wherever that may be in the future years. If I haven't said it yet, congratulations everyone on graduating. The next phase of life awaits, but if we can go through KY, then I'm sure we can take anything else that comes. Thank you, and I love all of you.
Thank you, Muhammad Lukman. The closing hour has finally arrived Tomorrow, new challenges and opportunities await our students that will further test their mettle as improving individuals. As they continue with their journey, may they look back to this stage in their lives with fondness and pride.
To all of our guests, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for your presence at this memorable occasion. To all living students, we wish you good luck, good health, and may God offer you heaps of blessing in the days ahead.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the departure of our guest of honor, Yang Berbahagia, Datuk Muhammad Izani Ghani, along with the Board of Trustees, Board of Governors, CEOs of YUEM and KYUEM, followed by the senior leadership team of KYUEM.
All graduates are requested to remain seated in a great hall for a bench photo shoot, group photo shoots by sponsoring bodies, including private students, the 7 special awards recipients, Harvard, Ivy League, and Oxbridge offer holders. Groups that have finished the photo shoot may proceed to the dining hall. Okay, I got one more announcement here. Perhatian kepada semua graduan, diminta para graduan meninggalkan borang alamat yang telah lengkap diisi di atas kerusi masing-masing sebelum meninggalkan dewan. Bagi graduan yang belum membuat pendaftaran gambar, diminta para graduan untuk membuat pendaftaran di kaunter jurugambar rasmi di pejabat pentadbiran, the administration office. Studio foto bergambar bersama keluarga juga disediakan di bangunan pentadbiran, the administration office. Thank you.
Okay, for special awards recipient, please come forward to the stage. Special award recipients. KYUEM scholars, please stand by.
Okay, attention to all students. So YUEM scholar, please stand by. Okay, sekejap. Followed by Yayasan Khazanah. Okay, scholar YUEM, please go to stage. Okay, Scholar Yayasan Khazanah, please come forward to the stage. Yayasan Khazanah. Thank you for YM Scholar. Next, Yayasan Khazanah, please go to the stage. May I ask, is Charisma around?
No.
Okay, sabar. So, Yayasan Khazanah, please go to the stage. Okay, please stand by, private student. Private student, you may come forward to the stage.
Private student, please stand by.